God made the world. He made the sun and the stars. He made the mountains and the sea. Then God made a beautiful garden. It was called Eden. Trees grew delicious fruit. A river flowed through the garden. Birds sang sweetly. The garden was perfect. God smiled. "My garden is good," he said. "It is a wonderful place to live." Everything was ready for the special people God would create. God took some dust from the ground. He made the dust into a man. God called the man Adam. God breathed life into Adam. Adam opened his eyes and looked around. God planted a special garden. It was called Eden. God said to Adam, "You can eat fruit from any tree, but not from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil." Then God made a woman from one of Adam's ribs. He brought her to Adam. Adam called her Eve. Adam and Eve were very happy together. One day, Eve was near a tree. A serpent was in the tree. The serpent spoke to Eve. Did God really say, "You must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden?" he asked. "No," Eve said. "We can eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden except one. God told us you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden. You must not even touch it. If you do, you will die." "You will not surely die," the serpent said to the woman, "for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Eve looked at the fruit. It looked delicious. Eve wanted to be wise like God. She took the fruit and ate it. It tasted very sweet. Then Eve gave some of the fruit to Adam. Adam ate it too. Suddenly, Adam and Eve felt ashamed. They realized they were naked. They had never felt ashamed before. They quickly made clothes for themselves out of leaves. Adam and Eve had disobeyed God. They had eaten the fruit from the forbidden tree. They were afraid. Adam and Eve heard God walking in the garden. They were afraid. They hid from God among the trees. God called out to Adam, "Where are you?" Adam said, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." And God said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" The man said, "The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me fruit from the tree, and I ate." Then God said to the woman, "What is this that you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." God was sad that Adam and Eve disobeyed him. He told them they had to leave the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were sad to leave the garden. Life outside the garden was hard. Adam and Eve had to work hard to grow food. But God still loved Adam and Eve. He promised to send someone to help them. Although Adam and Eve made a mistake, God still loved them. He gave them a chance to learn and grow. Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, but they carried the love of God in their hearts. They learned from their mistake and started a new life, facing the challenges of the world outside the garden. This is a story about choices, consequences, and God's unending love. It reminds us that even when we make mistakes, there is always hope for a new beginning.